I'm here, Fort Lauderdale area, so I'm headed to rehab. I think I'm 6 to 7 weeks post-op, post ACL graft reconstruction surgery. So this is the deal. I was playing softball October the 1st, played in a game at nighttime. I was beating a play out at home plate with my cleats and stuff. I didn't know the plate was wet, so I was trying to beat the play out. My cleats slipped and then stopped abruptly, and then I twisted my knee. So I didn't really think anything of it, and so I continued to play. Played a month and a half or so after that. My knee was sore, it was swollen, but I was still playing. So I played in a couple of basketball leagues out in California, out in LA, and as well as softball leagues. So I continued to play for about a month and a half, and my knee was swollen. It didn't get better, so I knew something was wrong. So I went in and got an MRI around the second week of, maybe first or second week in December. And that's when it got revealed that I had a torn ACL graft. So I had been playing on a torn ACL for 2 months and didn't know it. And so went to Dr. Andrews down in Pensacola, Florida. Had my surgery there. He did it. I've been rehabbing ever since. So my first 3-4 weeks I was down in Pensacola rehabbing. And so this is Super Bowl week. So I got a lot of stuff to do. Got some meetings, I got some appearances to do, TV shows, things of that nature. So in order to stay on top of my rehab program, we reached out to an orthopedic facility, a rehab clinic here in the area, and so that's where I'm going right now. So I'm about to take you guys into my rehab session. I've been doing it with him for a couple of weeks now. The rehab is going well. Dr. Stephen Pfister, he'll tell you. He'll let you guys know I'm well ahead of schedule. I don't know what it is. I just have that type of body, but because of my nutrition, my fitness, and the way that I take care of myself, it all factors into why I'm able to heal, and my healing process accelerates at a different rate than everybody else. But I don't think I'm superhuman or Spider-Man or anything like that, but it all boils down to how I've been able to take care of my body from my days of football and even post-football. So for everybody that's out there, I know you wonder how I'm able to do some of the things that I do, even playing with some of the NBA guys. I'm 46, just turned 46 in December. A lot of those guys asking me, how do I keep up with my nutrition? How do I play? And how I'm able to do the things that I do at the age that I am. And it's really, truly, it's all about how you take care of your body. So nutrition, in addition to the physical stuff of lifting weights, which was part of my, my everyday regimen, part of my football career. That's why I'm the way that I am. So let's go in here and check this rehab out. So she's got everything. You are here right now because you can shoot anything you want.
Oh, okay.
We cleared this place for you.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
And just make me a star. No,
of course.
He's going to loop that on there right now. And just make me a star. Just make me a star. Just make me a star. Star. Yeah, so I'll make the proper introduction then. This is Stephen Pfister, head PT here. If there's a proper name that I need to acknowledge, and I will do that. I don't want to mispronounce anything.
Director of Rehabilitation.
Okay, yeah. Stephen Pfister, Director of Rehabilitation here. And his assistant,
Haley. She's a student with us, about to graduate in a couple of months.
I've been working with Stephen and some of his staff for a couple of weeks now. So he'll let you know kind of how I've been doing and how I've progressed since we've been working a couple of weeks ago. So I always start out with a warm-up, so that's usually probably 5 to 8 minutes on the bike, and then we'll go into the routine of my rehab.
Sounds good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah? No problems?
No
Feels
problem.
good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm every day, honestly, I'm feeling better and better. I can just tell, just with normal activity of stuff that I'm doing, like walking up the stairs, down the stairs.
Yeah. You left your water bottle here yesterday.
Oh.
It's funny because you left your water bottle, somebody else left a plant. I don't know, it must be a student that has a plant. So we figured we'd feed the plants your fancy water and see if it see if it got you know, bigger and stronger just because of that.
I was wondering,
as we go.
Man, I know I had a water bottle.
Yeah, we left it right here. So a week and a half ago, like even without the weights, he couldn't push up as well on your heels. Remember, he would drift forward onto his toes more. Now he's staying back on the way up as well.
I like this part of it. This is the rehab process part of it before you get into the performance stages of it. So it's like basically just retraining your body and activating your muscles to do what it was doing prior to the injury. Because once they cut into you, everything is just kind of like shut down once you go under the knife. So this is part of the healing process.
See, we should have taken these videos out 2 weeks ago when I had to tell you what to do a lot more. Now I don't even have to correct you anymore because you're doing so well with it.
Yeah, my body got good muscle memory.
My first job, I worked in Illinois, outside of Chicago. Actually at the center where, so before I got there, unfortunately, the Bulls practiced in the facility I wouldn't be there. And it was the Jordan years. So my boss was friendly with those guys. So I don't even remember, I think it was the flu year. So when Jordan went out to Utah and it was the Stockton and Karl Malone days.
That was like, I think 98, with the 98, I think.
They flew my boss out there with him because he was having some neck problems. And I talked to him and he was like, I'm like, you know, I was young, I was like just out of school. I was like, what is it like? What is it like? He's like, you won't believe it. He's like, I barely touched the guy and he's better. You know what I mean? And like, as you say about yourself, like there is something about the way that your body and athletes of your skill level are wired that they pick up things really quickly and really well. That's why guys like you, we need to pull back on more than we need to push some days.
So what I'm doing, guys, is more of the eccentric stuff that helps with, like, if I'm running, deceleration, stopping, things of that nature. And like, I'm trying to understand, like, okay, why am I doing these eccentric holds?
Yeah.
So then you think about it, it's like talking it's like when you run, you got to decelerate. You know what I mean?
Going down the stairs,
yeah, everything.
You know, all this stuff. I mean, obviously, this isn't running and jumping, but you know, you got to build it now so that when you get to that point, you have a base. Basically to be able to build it there.
Right. So
that's why, you know.
Yeah, building the base.
Yeah.
For it. It's just like when I tell people about working out and stuff, and they're wondering why they get injured a lot, or people that want to train or what have you, and they just jump into fitness, and they wonder why they're having injuries or they're not getting the results. Like, oh, you haven't built a base to do that.
One of the known reasons why people stop exercising is that they go too fast, they get too sore, and they don't like it, so they stop. You know, and it can range anywhere from just like regular muscle soreness, they're too sore, to like they actually hurt themselves because they go too fast, you know, as they go. But that's a definite problem.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a friend of mine. Her name is Brittany Elena. So I'm always telling her, like, yo, you got to build a base. Like, even with any type of fitness, you got to build a base to get to, you know, progress to where you want to get to. You just can't just all of a sudden, okay, I'm gonna do this and think you're gonna get the results right away. It's not gonna help. You're gonna hurt yourself before you help yourself. It's so equivalent to like relationships. You just can't jump into a relationship with somebody and think it's gonna work. That's why it's like the courting process. You gotta build the chemistry.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of similarities to it.
I mean, if you say so.
I'm just saying. equal size now. Right has a little bit more.
The knee itself on the left?
Yeah, it's a little, yeah.
But it's looking a lot
I asked him
better.
about that, and he said because it's had some work done to it, and probably like a lot of scar tissue and stuff underneath.
But it's looking better, a lot better.
Yeah, even just looking in the mirror. Yeah, it's a little like.
And 2 weeks ago, there was all that swelling right there.
Yeah, you can.
And now you can see that where there's more of the regular kind of dip in there.
Brittany Elena, I know I'm gonna tell you to watch my YouTube channel. You heard the doctor say, like I told you, this is last year. You gotta build a base. I'm just telling you now. I didn't even say it. He said it. Gotta build your base. Thanks for pushing me today, Haley.
Of course.
Yeah, make Haley the star of the video.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
All right, see you later.
Feeling better?
Oh man, it's always good to go through that, you know, because now I've been through it once before, but just knowing what it takes to get back to where I was, just to have a sense of normalcy and just getting through the mental part of it, of really once I get it back strong and healthy, then I can just go back to resuming my activities, playing, and not really having to think about it, because it's like rehab is just like training for any type of profession. I treat this just like I prepared for my football career. And I tell people all the time, it's with football or anything that you're trying to aspire to be, or the process in which you're trying to accomplish something. For me and for kids that want to be professional athletes or stars or whatever the case may be, I have them equated. I use the analogy of a bank account. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So with my rehab process, it's the same way. I'm only going to get out of it what I put into it. So if I half-ass it and then I go back out and resume in activities and I get hurt, then I can't blame anybody but myself. It's just like when you go out and you perform, you know, on the court, grass, whatever the case may be. When you go out there and perform and you're not getting the results that you want, you can't really blame anybody but yourself. Because like I said, it's just like a bank account. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So that's why when I go in here, I treat it just like I approach practice or my profession. I go at it hard. It's that Mamba mentality.